But I decided to make one last video about this thing that's going out of the Lords of Shadow that I've been making this comment. You know, for the most part, I receive this thing from the people that they always say what happened with the official interviews from Konami, like Dave Cox and all that. I just want to say that I was one of those persons that I was like, when I bought the game, the Lords of Shadow game, I was like, okay, this is gonna be a complete reboot to the franchise. This is gonna be something that doesn't have anything to do with anything. It's gonna be, I think they're gonna do that just to see the reaction of people and see if people really approve of that. And it looks like, I mean, gratefully, for the most part, most of the people really did that. But of course there is this big band of people that they are in the side of the 2D Castlevanias, and I mean, it's more like the people that are in the side of Soma and Alucard, and there's the other people that are more into the Belmont. Me, myself, I love all of them, especially Alucard and Belmont, but especially the Belmont is what I because, I mean, they've been there first, you know, they are the ones that been there first, and to me, they're like the true heart of, you know, what is Castlevania. So anyway, I mean, I know in my other videos I was kind of like, more like nervous and kind of like, I wasn't feeling really like I can recollect completely myself to say everything that I need to say. But it's more kind of like this. My belief is that Konami, because what happened with the developer team, that they pretty much split it into two. Because, you know, it was pretty much like the Koji Igarashi team, and now it's the Mercury's team and the Dave Cox and the European quarter of Konami, right? I know that because, I mean, I've been in Spain, okay, and I know that this game was made in Spain, which it really surprised me because I never saw the day when a game like this could come from Spain. I mean, it's just, especially a Castlevania title, I never saw that coming, really. I thought it was always going to be something Japanese and half European, but this time it was all like pretty much completely European. Well, not to mention, of course, Kojima was involved, but he was only an assistant producer. It's not like he did pretty much anything. He was only like, oh yeah, cool, well, maybe you can do this, and that's it. It's pretty much like Mercury's team said. He said that this is not the Kojima Castlevania, this is our Castlevania. So, and I am pretty clear about that. I mean, people doesn't have to keep telling me, hey, you need to correct yourself because it seems that you're confused. And I'm not. I mean, I've been searching the same things that you people see all the time, and I won't sit down here in front of YouTube to say, oh, I am Konami and I decided to create this game and this is the truth. It's not really like that. It's really what I believe, and I got many fundamental point of views why I believe in this, okay? And it seems to be that this thing that Konami says about Lords of Shadow, they kind of said in a kind of desperate point where it looks like they wasn't really sure what they should do, because there's the rumor that first of all this game, it wasn't supposed to even be called a Castlevania title. It's gonna be something kind of like, I don't know, like independent story, pretty much like Dante or Dante's Inferno, or well, not Dante the Mummy Cry, Dante's Inferno, and well, and I thought it would be something like that when I first see the trailer about the big ogre and the fire and all that, and I was like, damn man, it feels like Castlevania. Why don't make fucking Castlevania like that? And when they did the second trailer, it was like a Castlevania title, like and I was like, holy fucking shit. I mean, wow, man. I was hoping for a Castlevania like this, really dark age, very, you know, very, I mean, because I love pretty much every Castlevania, but Judgment, I hate that fucking shit. I don't care, it doesn't exist to me. That's not Castlevania. But what I was hoping that they come back to the true gothic feeling, to what is really dark on Castlevania, what is, you know, intense. I think I put this magazine here anyway. But I'm gonna show something again, alright? I mean, it's something that it says here. I think you can even see it inside the game story. I think it's exactly the way it is here. And it says about Gabriel's story. It says, as an infant, he was found abandoned at the door of one of the Brotherhood of Light Covenant. It's not known who his original parents were. I mean, it doesn't know. That doesn't mean that he's a bastard. It's just a mystery from where he came from. That's all. And he says some suspect that he was the unwanted bastard of a wealthy landowner, most likely from the Cronbridge family. Okay? So, I mean, some people say that, he's just a bastard. And I was like, what? He's not just a bastard. I mean, he came from somewhere. Either he's a mystery, either he come from God and he put it himself here, or he got a parent. Maybe who knows which parent can be that? I mean, maybe, hopefully that can be a mystery that can be revealed. Because if they say they're going to make the sequel of Lords of Shadow, that doesn't mean that it's going to be a dying thing. It will be a canon. Many people don't accept it as a canon. I accept it as a canon because to me, it's something very deep, very inspiring, very, I don't know, man. It's very profound. So in the Castlevania universe, I found it like it's something that exists, and it's not just a mirage or some kind of comic book created by somebody else. It's something that was officially produced by Konami. And I know they want to bring this to make like they want to put this as a root to the series. So it says to continue when it says most likely from the Cronbridge family, though this has never been approved. The order named the boy after the blessed Archangel Gabriel, an angel, and raised him as one of his own, a precocious child. He quickly proved to be extremely talented, developing an unprecedented mastery of fighting arts. Gabriel took the surname of Belmont from his love of the mountains and the high places of the world. Okay, so this is what happened. So the Belmont name, it came from her. They are making here clear that the name comes from Marie. And so, I mean, that's one of the facts that I say, oh my god, this is the genesis of the Belmont. This is one of the things here that I say, it had to be the genesis, because why in the fuck Konami's gonna be doing that? I say, no, it's not a canon, this is just a blah blah blah. Now, something is very canon about this story, okay? And to continue, it says prone to a dark mood and occasional ambivalence. I'm not sure how to say that because English is not my first main language. It says Gabriel was deeply affected by the death of his childhood sweetheart, and I can't really understand that. Marie. He has embarked on his quest at the request of the elders of the Brotherhood, and has a burning desire for revenge. That's an understandable dark side. But look, it says here, I don't know if the light can be good enough, I don't think so. But fuck, man. Well, you can see this if you get the game. You will see the same story in the game because you can see it on the character profile. So what happened too? Another thing that is been bugging me, right? But I mean, well, I wish I can recollect my mind really, because it's so much, you know. You guys know, you guys make a video, it's not just a blue, you're gonna be like a computer saying all things perfectly. But I'm trying, okay, and I'm just a guy that is trying to express what I feel for that game, because it pains me to see how many people they are playing like a game like Castlevania Harmony, or you know, the Harmony Despair, and they're like, oh, I haven't even bothered with that game. Why? It's just a 3D game, and why I wanna bother with that game? I was like, what the fuck, man? I mean, if you're a Castlevania fan, how can you say that? I mean, a real Castlevania fan is gonna be waiting for that game on the release date. Like I was there like waiting 2 hours for them to open the door, and I was awaiting the game for like 2 years, man. I was like, oh my god, I wanna play the game, I wanna play the game. So, is that love or it's not? I mean, come on, guys. I mean, and I've been playing every Castlevania. Like I said, I love every Castlevania, and I've been really digging a lot into the story of Lament of Innocence, which is another Castlevania that I defend a lot and I love, because most of the people are like, oh, 3D Castlevania sucks. I was like, I mean, why is these people creating this army gang of people that they say that every 3D Castlevania has to suck? Why? I mean, to me, 2D and 3D, I love them the same way. I know they're different things, but to me they both are Castlevania, and that's the fact to me. So, another thing I'm saying about it is what happened with the developer team, right? When they pretty much split into two. I think they wasn't sure of what's gonna be the future of this Castlevania. I mean, they were kind of uncertain. But after they made the game, they decided to put, what about if you put in the story that Reynaldo Gandolfi did a combat chain? And that's a fact that you can read in the game. Alright, sadly you don't see Reynaldo in the game yet, but you hear about him a lot. And he created the combat chain in other parts of the armor, the special things that he carried, okay? I think even the gauntlet was created by him. So, well, one of the gauntlets, I'm not sure. But that's one thing, that they was like, that, okay, if they say that, I think they got to have the approval from Koji Igarashi. Either that or just Konami say, fuck it, we're gonna do that. If you don't like it, maybe you can find, I don't know, you're fired, who knows? Maybe you say, yeah, whatever, it's a Castlevania, why not? If I am a Castlevania fan, why I won't approve that, you know? So they talk about Reynaldo Gandolfi, which is the other thing that I was like, whoa, this thing is linked to Lament of Innocence. Now, the question is this before or after? I mean, if they say that, it's because they're trying to make a link about it. So, what happened is that when you see the Resurrection expansion, which is the Resurrection that made me really believe, this expansion really did make me believe that this Castlevania is before Lament of Innocence. Why? I'll tell you another thing. They're talking about Reynaldo, about Walter Bernhardt, right? Which, like I said in another video, he is a vampire. That he's the evil guy from Lament of Innocence. But it seems that he got a family, that he pretty much summoned this demon from the underworld. And it happens that this thing, it looks like he's like the worst demon from the underworld, because he was like a super threat in the Castlevania universe. And only Gabriel can stop him because he's, I don't know, almighty divine power. So, another thing, somebody told me that, I didn't memorize his name, I think the guy means good and all that, and I know he got his facts and all that, but he said that maybe he's not meant to be a hero. I mean, look at Gabriel, man. I mean, he cannot get more hero than that, really. I mean, what? People say, oh, he's not gonna dark side because he loses his wife. I mean, if you love your wife, you're gonna feel that way. You're gonna do everything to revive her, resurrect her, and be with her. That's what true love is. I mean, how can somebody can say that he's not a hero? Of course he's a hero, man. It's just he fell into the dark side because it was his only choice. He didn't decide to be a vampire. He took to be a vampire because this little girl, the Carmilla daughter, I don't know if I remember the name right now, but she said to him, do this so you can be able to save me and save everything. So Gabriel, he did it for a selfless reason. Okay? It's not that true heroic. All what he was doing, everything, I mean, he was there for a super heroic cause. And nobody can argue that. Nobody. I mean, I wish I could have that kind of power. But anyway, my time is going out, so I need to say that when you see the story about the Forgotten One, okay? And if you really know about Lament of Innocence, you will know this demon is there hidden in a prison. And you will see that it's the same demon that is in Resurrection without the armor, okay? But it looks like Gabriel crippled him, and maybe Walter Bernhardt took him and he put him in that prison. So after the time, Leon Bellman was the one that found him and killed him. That is the main fact that I got to believe that this thing is before Lament of Innocence, because I think that Konami, he said that, hey, what about if we do this, and you know, so people can be more happy. What about, I think they really changed their mind with this expansion, and that's what they're trying to say, but many people don't get it. Time off, goodbye.